Good morning, class. Today, we talk about the blog assessment criteria. So first one, project, general information of the developed project. No, meron siyang 15%. Pag sinabi natin general information, ito yung kabuang impormasyon doon sa ginawa nilang project. Halimbawa, ano ba yung content nung project na ginawa nila. Now, the blog will report about the general information of the language project required to be accomplished in the learning plan. No, refers to your required project in your learning plan, no? So dito pumapasok, no, yung nakalista dito yung pangalan ng mga members, kung sino-sino ba yung gumawa ng project na to, and dito rin nakalagay, no, kung ano bang date o ginawa o sinimulan yung project na yon, and especially the objectives, no, kung ano ba yung layunin, no, kung bakit nyo ginawa yung project na yan. So, it must have the following information. The first is the title of the project. So, ano ba yung title ng project nyo? Tumutukoy ito sa environment or tumutukoy ito sa education. No, mahalaga rin sa title of the project is malinaw, is yung title of the project nyo is makukuha nyo agad yung attention ng readers nyo. So, next one is the targeted language competencies of the project. So, dito yung ano ba yung target ng language competencies nyo, yung mga layunin ng language competencies nyo. So, the next one, the aims of the project. So, ano ba yung layunin kung bakit nyo ginawa yung project na yon. So, the next one is the beneficiaries of the project. So, sino-sino ba yung maikinabang, no, pagtapos nyo gawin yung project na yon. So, the project, general information of the developed project, no, meron siyang 15%. So, the next one is number 2, pedagogical and technological content. No, meron siyang 15% din. No, the blog will also report the pedagogical and technological requirements of the project. It needs to discuss the mentor. So dito mahalaga na ma-discuss o maipaliwanag ng mentor o yung gumawa ng project na yun, yung kung ano bang methods or the strategy yung ginamit ng mga members of the group, no, kung paano nila na-accomplish yung project, no, na ipapakita nila kaagad doon yun, kung paano nila sinimulan, paano nila tinapos, no, kung ano-anong mga technological tools, no, yung mga ginamit ng mga members, no, kung paano nila ginawa yung project na yon. So the next one, number 2, pedagogical and technological content, no, meron siyang 15%. Doon, the third one is the project plan, meron siyang 20%. Now, the group blog will also present how the group was able to plan for their project and how they were able to implement the plan. So dito pinapresent nila kung paano nila ginawa yung project na yun. Is sa number 3, the project plan, paano nila pinagplanuhan yung project na yun. Doon mahalaga na maipakita ng group kung paano nila na-implement, gawin yung project na yun, paano nila sinimulan, kung paano nila tinapos. So the next one, so the fourth one is the project development. So meron siyang 20%. The group blog will feature the processes, no, and their experiences while developing the project. So dito is napapakita na estudyante yung kung paano nila pinaprocess, no, yung paggawa ng isang project, or dito rin pumapasok kung ano-ano mga karanasan or the experiences, no, while developing the project, habang ginagawa nila, ano ba yung mga distraction or mga bagay-bagay na na-experience nila habang ginagawa nila yung mga project na yon. So, the project development, meron siyang 20%. So, the next one, aesthetics, no, 15%. The word aesthetics, no, ito yung masarap sa mata, no, hindi siya magulo at hindi rin siya marumi, no. For this criterion, please remember that the content is king but design is queen. So parang dito lagi nating tatandaan na napakahalaga ng content, no, sa isang project, no. Mahalaga na yung content is readable, and mas mahalaga yung content na malinaw, no, sa mga readers, no. At mahalaga rin sa isang project is yung design, no, kung paano dinesign ng mga members or mga students, no, yung isang project, no. You could write the most greetings article on your blog, but if your site is too disorganized or simply too drab, then people might find you uninteresting, no. So, yun nga, no, No, kapag yung isang project is magulo or yung design is hindi kaaya-aya, no, maraming mga readers yung ma-interest, no, doon sa project na ginawa nyo. And yan, consider the following qualities. The first one is the user's friendliness, readable. So yun, napakahalaga, no, sa isang project is readable yung ginawa ng isang grupo. Navigable and usable. So next one is the reading enjoyment. Content is king. No, writings on a blog should not sound stiff and cold. This should primarily be written with a personal touch. Next one is useful information. No, kung kagamit-gamit ba yung information na binigay mo, no, doon sa project nyo. So next one, overall experience, great content, design, usability, and interesting. No, dito is pumapasok yung kung gaano kahalaga yung content mo, and then design, no, kung yung design ba is kaaya-aya dun sa mga readers ng mga project na ginawa ninyo. Usability, interesting, no, sa una pa lang dapat sa title parang interesting na yung project na ginawa, no. The next one, the reflection, 15%. Ito ginagawa ito ng mga teacher, no, yung mga evaluator. After doing the project, it is very important for you to share your lesson learned. So dito, mahalaga na after mong makita or mabasa yung isang project ng mga estudyante or per group, no, napakahalaga na ma-share natin, no, sa mga estudyante natin yung lesson learned doon sa ginawa ng mga estudyante, no, kung ano bang mga possible suggestion na may bibigay natin kung paano may improve nung mga estudyante yung project planning nila, or kung paano nila ma-enhance pa, no, yung paggawa ng isang project, no. Sabi nga dito, cite some possible suggestion as to how to improve the project planning and implementation. So dito i-cite lang natin, no, yung kung ano-ano pa ba yung dapat i-improve, no, sa project na ginawa ng mga estudyante. So step 3, after having a clear plan on the contents of your student sample blog, develop this using any productivity tools discussed in class, or you may choose to use an application familiar to you. Step 4, present your student sample blog in the TTL2 class for peer evaluation using the criteria you develop. And the reflection is 15%. So ano yung number 1? So number 1, project general information, meron siyang 15%. Sa pedagogical and technological content, meron siyang 15%. Project plan, 20%. Project development, 20%. Aesthetics, no, yung aesthetic is yung kahalagahan ng content, no, yung kabuuang kagandahan ng project na ginawa ng isang estudyante, meron siyang 15%. The reflection, no, of the evaluator, no, meron siyang 15%. So yun lang, thank you.